Welcome, one and all, to the Play Action Podcast, episode number 54. I am Will. That is Colton. Happy Thanksgiving, Colton, even though it's Thanksgiving Eve. But happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, my man. Happy Thanksgiving. I still can't believe we're banging out these shows left and right. I'm sitting here, I'm like, we're like, would you just say how many shows deep are we?
54.
That's crazy. You know, the productiveness and the consistency of always pumping out a show every Wednesday for the viewers. It's a good thing. It's a good place to be in, Will. So happy Thanksgiving. Very thankful for you. Great co-host here. You do a ton behind the scenes, which I'm very grateful for what you do. But yeah, dude. Excited.
I'm thankful for you too, but man, there's so much. For those that are watching now, we're getting a lot of people on like Twitter and all that. Tell us what you're thankful for. We want to share these throughout the show. You know, it's a good time to be thankful. If you're not thankful for anything, tell us that you're not thankful. We'll gladly share it. Okay, we're not here to judge. You know, if you have something to say, we'll more than happily appreciate it to get it out on the airwaves wherever it may be. We're thankful for everyone that tunes in on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, wherever you are viewing, even if it's probably some random website you're just seeing two clowns talk about sports. We're very thankful for that.
Absolutely, we are. Absolutely thankful for that.
But, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into what we're really thankful for in a couple minutes. But this is the Play Action Podcast.
This is the Play Action Podcast, featuring Will.
In the past 150 days, you didn't ever decide to sit down in your damn desk and be like, hey, let's game plan this playbook. Pardon my French, but goddamn, you are an idiot, Matt Nagy.
Featuring Colton.
Good job, Bill. Golly. What a dope. You missed Brady. You made a mistake. Come out and say you messed up. Golly.
A new intro will be coming out next week because, well, that's very outdated, and it will be outdated, even though Matt Nagy is still a bona fide moron. We'll get to that in a few minutes. But just, you know, everyone's thankful and all that stuff, you know. Happy Thanksgiving to all. Hopefully CD Lamb comes back in the show and wishes a Thanksgiving again.
Oh no! Oh yeah. Did you ever?
I did tell her. She was like, I can't believe you had a Cowboys wide receiver in your show. I'm just like, you know.
See, why'd you have to do it, Allison? I'm sorry that he had to be mean like that to you. See, he could have just let it slide. I'm like, all right, she doesn't know. Nope. You had to be disrespectful. It's all right. We'll teach him a lesson on this episode. We'll teach him a lesson.
Colton will whip me in the shape on this one, but there's just so much to talk about. So the Giants go out of their way and can Jason Garrett after a mere 26 games. As well, I'm totally botching this here, but Jason Garrett out as Giants offensive coordinator. Freddie Kitchens is going to be stepping up in the offensive play calling duty on this one. You're a Giants season ticket holder. You know so much. You know, you've seen the Giants left and right. I don't know how long you and your family have been a season ticket holder for, but what are your thoughts on just this? Because you've been to a couple games. I know you've been to the Rams one especially, and just was not good, to say the least.
Well, that Rams game was not good. At
well,
all.
I mean, really, you only got to see like 3/4 of a season of them because, you know, COVID last year, all that stuff, couldn't go to the actual games. But
I pay attention to the Giants when the Steelers are on. That's first priority, and then I'll watch whatever game's good. And this season and the past few other seasons have not been good for the Giants. I thought the offense would be a lot better with Garrett. I know there's been some games where it's like, all right, beautiful. The play calling is good. Here's a Giants fan right here. Josh, extremely happily he's gone. I think it could have been done a little bit sooner. You know, to be honest with you, to try to at least scrap the season. Because if you won last weekend against against the Bucks, they're in the wild card race there. So I think the Giants have botched a lot of games. I think the coaching staff has been absolutely atrocious, to be honest with you. In New York, it's not just Jason Garrett. I think Joe Judge has also done a bad job. I know a lot of the New York media and all that love Joe Judge, the way they played for him. Yeah, I don't think he's a saint either. I think he's got a lot of questions. I think the Giants personally need a clean house. That's from GM
absolutely.
to bottom. I think they need a clean house.
I don't think you could go into the offseason with Gettleman having 2 first-round picks. I don't think you can let him make 2 potentially top 10 picks.
No, you can't let him
with Gettleman in the hood. I really don't think you can allow him to do such a thing.
No, you can't allow him to draft again. It just makes zero sense to Giants. You go out and you sign Kenny Galladay. You go out and sign Adoree Jackson. And you draft a receiver. I'm not saying Tony's not good, but you have Shepard, Slayton, and Galladay, and then Tony. One football, Saquon Barkley, Evan Ingram. What are you doing when you just like if you don't sign Kenny Galladay and you sign a pass rusher, whether that's Bud Dupree or you go out and get Carl Lawson or Trey Hendrickson, whatever. There was rushers on the market. You go out and get a receiver in the draft after you just paid a receiver. What sense does that make? Like, that's such a stupid, and you have Saquon Barkley. Like, there's not enough mouths to feed. Why are you bringing in Kadarius Toney with your first-round draft pick when they had edge problems? They can't get to the quarterback. Quiddy Pace sitting there. You don't draft him. Wonderful. You go back to the Daniel Jones draft. Josh Allen sitting there. You don't take him because you were that worried about losing Daniel Jones. Trade back up with that other first-round draft pick. Draft Josh Allen. He's sitting right there. Just a lot of questions over the years of drafting. You draft Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley didn't fit this team. They weren't a win-now team. Like, the Steelers are a win-now team. They draft Najee Harris. And guess what? The Steelers are easy contenders. They're a playoff team possibly in the future. And if you add a fresh quarterback next season, they're Super Bowl contenders. The way I'm talking with Aaron Rodgers, they're instantly Super Bowl contenders with Najee Harris in the defense. The Giants weren't that at all, drafting Saquon Barkley. They needed help where? On the offensive line. Where do they still need help to this day? Offensive line. Where are they struggling? On the inside. Who's sitting there for the Giants at that pick? Quentin Nelson. Holy crap. Who would have thought? Who's one of the best guards in football. Giants scratching my head with their draft picks. They're bad still. This was supposed to be a rebuilding season for Philly. And Philly's competent. And they're in the wild card hunt. And guess what? Philly's next few games, Philly's going to be right in the mix for the playoffs, along with Dallas. And Washington's competent with the worst runner in football. The Giants have real issues, and they have to be, fixed. And it's a clean house. It's really what it is.
The Giants are just not a good organization. I'm not saying the Jets are any better. That's why I really don't try to shine any Jets memorabilia behind me. I try to show off everything else with competent organizations like the Chargers, the Saints, the 49ers, if you want to be, risky with that one. But the Giants have to do more than just Jason Garrett. And this isn't, a Gettleman firing. This is from the top. This is like a Mara move. Okay. Joe Judge says you want to do everything for the best for the players. That's what he said after the Monday night game. This is a Mara move. This isn't Gettleman saying, oh, hey, we're just going to fire him. No, this is to protect Gettleman. This is protecting Joe Judge. I mean, the dominoes can only fall further. Like, listen, it's Gettleman's the first head to be gone. Joe Judge, and then you're going to be going, Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, Kenny Galladay, maybe Tony, but, Tony's young. He's not going to be, gone. But you're going to be looking at a lot of people like, this is not good. They're going to be drafted for a quarterback potentially next year with one of the two picks that they could get.
Yeah, and so far they look like they're both going to be high draft picks, which is great, and that could be easily...
Yeah, great for both New York teams, two high draft picks.
Yes.
How terribly can New York mess these up? Let's just start there.
Well, it's crazy. Look at the other side of the country, and the Chargers and the Rams. Both teams are contenders, and will be for the next, 5-6 years, regarding any injuries, clearly. But, and New York is just full of dumpster fire after dumpster fire with the Giants and the Jets. And yeah, it's just a lot of question marks. And Gettleman's the head of the snake. You got to cut there and work. And that's how it works. As soon as that's the problem, you fire him, you can't keep Joe Judge.
No, if you fire a GM, you need to bring in a new coach.
That's the thing.
That's kind of the weird. That was the weird thing.
That's not my guy. That's not his quarterback. Just like the Jets. That's
what was weird with the Jets. Like Joe Douglas walks in with Adam Gase. That was the interim GM making all these dumbass moves and stuff like that. Just it's not good. It's you have to bring in a new head coach, new GM. Unless you have a GM, you're gonna fire the head coach. You're gonna have the GM hire the guy. Okay, fine, great, whatever. But you can't keep one guy and leave the other. Like, it's just going to be, is this their guy? I mean, they could be on a short leash, fire him kind of after a couple games. The 10 yards. There's so much with that. I just can't stand the Giants. They really irritate me. But I'm a
Yeah.
Jet fan, so it's even worse.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't even have any good like teams to watch on TV. That's kind of the problem out here in New York.
Let's go into the next topic here. Matt Nagy could potentially be fired after this Thursday's game. We reported it over on our Instagram page, so if you want to follow that, the Play Extra Podcast over on Instagram. Matt Nagy could potentially be fired no matter the outcome of what happens Thursday. Apparently, some higher up of the Bears met with the entire team and says that report is false. They are just trying to stay face. They don't want to get rid of anything right now. They're trying to just basically protect it. Barstool, Chicago reporting, an overwhelming amount of players want Matt Nagy gone. And a lot of other places, the Blackhawks game, the Bulls game, high school football games, they all want Matt Nagy gone. I don't even know who the owner is for the Bears, but listen, if you're not seeing that stuff and just shaking your head
well, she's not. She's not. She's an older woman, I believe, is who the owner is of the Bears. I forget her name off the top of my head. But yeah, she's not seeing social media. I can tell you that. Yeah, my God, Job here from Steeler Nation commenting. Cody Parkey broke Nagy, and yeah, I can't say I disagree with you, Job. I'd love to post your comment. There's, Twitter's still working with that with StreamYard, getting where comments pop up here so we can post that. So I'll definitely read that for you. But yeah, that. Oh my God, imagine a double doink tanking a franchise because that's kind of. Yeah.
I also saw a thing too. 2019, they went on a 4-game losing streak. That was the longest of the season. Last year was 6. Now they're at 5. And if they lose tomorrow against Detroit, it would match it for 6. And they also still have to face Arizona right after this too. So it could be 7. It could go to 8. I think they play Green Bay shortly after that too. The Bears are just in a free fall at this rate. They need to clear house.
Is it weird that I kind of like Matt Nagy? Like, I don't think he's
a bona fide moron. Have you not seen the intro we've been running for the last 6 weeks?
Oh, I know how you feel, just like how I felt about what's his name in Houston.
Double B. Double B. Yeah, Bill O'Brien. B.O.B.
Yeah, B.O.B. Yeah, bring your own freaking Brian. How about that? But yeah, he was awful. I don't think Matt Nagy's they've been in the past 3 games they should have won. They should have beat
Huntley.
Steelers should have won against who they just play, the Ravens.
The Ravens, they should have beat them. Yeah. I mean, Andy Dalton only knows how to kill the Ravens, but Matt Nagy knows how to kill his own franchise off. I mean,
yeah. So I like him, but at the same time, it's this team just continues to blow games, and the city doesn't like it. So that's the first problem. I'm sitting here listening to the Bulls game, and they're yelling "Fire Nagy." So, yeah. It's time there as well, and I don't know if it helps firing mid-season with a young quarterback, to be honest with you. And that's the other thing. That's the problem with these franchises. You can't fire Nagy because that's his quarterback that he kind of wanted in the draft. So that means now you have to have the next coach that comes in has to
this is Ryan Pace and him are the same people that gave Mike Glenn $15 million a year, draft Mitch Trubisky, and then you're all of a sudden now down the drain a bunch of money because you sign Mike Glenn to a 3-year, $45 million contract for a 1-year wonder he was in 2013.
Teams are bad.
And then they go draft Mitch. They trade up a bunch of capital just to trade up one spot for Mitch Trubisky. While you have Watson, you have Mahomes. Come on. It's such a Chicago thing to do.
Well, I say this all the time. Bad teams stay bad. So I'm not really too surprised here with this. Are you? This is what happens.
I mean, look, they won the NFC North in 2018. They somehow squeaked into the playoffs last year.
They also screwed themselves trading all that to get what's his name? See, both teams botched their drafts. The Raiders messed up with their draft picks. It was oh gosh, here we go. It's a home run. Take this player, and it's nah. See, we're not talking about the Raiders, but they shouldn't have traded that much for Khalil Mack, and they did, and they've done nothing with them. So
Khalil Mack's now on IR the rest of the year due to a foot injury.
They should look to trade him in the offseason, see what you can get for him.
And also, if you're gonna fire Nagy, you got to fire Ryan Pace as well. This is just the fire episode. Just whoever it is, just fire him.
Yeah,
fire
Giants. This is a give back. Thanksgiving. No. This is cutthroat business here. Get rid of everyone in Chicago, New York. The same thing. Right back at you, Giants.
Also, fun little fact for the Jet fans watching here. 2 years ago, Adam Gase came out and said he's watching all the film he can get against the Cincinnati Bengals, who are without Joe Burrow. the Jets put up 0 points in the game against Cincinnati, and Adam Gase locked himself in an office watching film. Bonafide moron he is. And also Matt Nagy, okay? I'm just going to go on my rant here of Matt Nagy. Let's step into like the next portion here. It's kind of disturbing. So if you've been on, Twitter, just following the news today, Everson Griffin's been having a mental breakdown. I don't know how to correctly say this, but this is from Adam Schefter earlier, 11 a.m. Eastern. He posted a very disturbing video over on his Instagram page, which has now been floating all over the internet, holding a gun, saying people were breaking into his house. He got this gun legally. He got them bullets legally. Dalvin Cook, he drops Dalvin Cook's name all over the place, but he says, oh, but I got these all legally. He was having a standoff essentially with police, didn't want to leave his house. They're trying to just get him some mental help. Colton called me a couple hours before the show, and we were talking about, but he had a similar thing, not a similar, but another mental issue back in 2018. I know you looked it up. I'm not sure if you read into what you sent me back, at noon?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was working. I was kind of like I'm like, dude, what the heck's going on here? Thankfully that standoff ended. He is getting the treatment now. Everson Griffin, that was probably like, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes ago. I think that.
I got that slide over on here.
So it's just really unfortunate. And they might look into this as far as Dalvin Cook, because
this is going to look very bad.
This man should not have a gun, especially after his 2018 issue. Yeah, it's not a good look. It's good that he's finally getting that, help, and he came out of the house, but it's upsetting, it's not something you like to see. It's a very touchy subject here. Like, you don't want to say anything wrong here. It's just hopefully gets the help he needs. I know they're looking at him now. It's just, could have ended a lot worse. He could have done something. He could have harmed himself with the gun. So it's, like I said, we saw something like this in 2018, and, he was glad to be back in Minnesota and all that. So it's definitely, really interesting to see, and hopefully everything works out with him. And
I'm just finding a bunch of articles saying that, the 2018 incident changed my life from Everson Griffin.
Yeah.
This is very unfortunate. This is why I'm not a mental health expert. Just go out and talk. I mean, listen, free up your mind, go talk to someone. I mean, listen, they may not have to know your whole story, but just kind of like you getting out there, trying to figure everything out. This is like, listen, that's okay just to talk to someone. Like, that's all you really need to do is just talk. I don't really know what else. I'm not a mental health expert, okay? Like, but I know there's plenty of people that, can, and obviously, hopefully, Everson Griffin could get the needed help he needs, because, well, this is just going to be now an ongoing situation, and probably a very, bad one for the Vikings, especially with them trying to gear up for a playoff run as the current 7th seed in the NFC. But let's go into, thankfulness. I mean, there's so much to talk about, too. Well, let's also talk about the Broncos, by the way, too, because they were locked up 2 of their young receivers, in Tim Patrick and Courtland Sutton. Tim Patrick, 3 years, 30 million-ish around there, and then Courtland Sutton, 4 years, just north of 60 million. Aaron Rodgers to Denver. Could we start that now?
No. He's going to go to the Steelers, if anything. So, yeah, there's that. And Green Bay is going to get on their hands and knees and beg for him. Just like I said, Bill Belichick should be begging for Brady. And he messed up. Yeah, you could definitely delete that, because Mac Jones is definitely – he kind of figured out what they are. And, but no. It's really interesting. It's kind of head-scratching, to be honest with you, because they just invested draft picks into KJ Hamler out of Penn State and Jerry Jeudy. So again, you have like how many mouths you got to feed there. So
you got 4 receivers up there, and then you also have Noah Fant, who's been kind of like a hit or miss, really.
He's been good when he's been on the field. The problem is he hasn't been on the field consistently enough, because he's always hurt for some reason. So yeah, it's just really interesting there to see Denver, invest in those guys. Again, I'm not saying that's wrong, because they are both the top 2 most targeted guys without a drop, or the least amount of drops. I read with Tim Patrick and Courtland Sutton, who are both good. It's just very interesting because you just invested in Jerry Jeudy, and KJ Hamler. So I think they're clearly more happy with Jerry Jeudy, who's battled back from injury this season. And KJ Hamler really hasn't panned out to be the guy they were expecting, the burner coming out of Penn State.
Let's go into some buy, selling, and holding Thanksgiving edition. Okay, we always do it, but let's go Thanksgiving edition. Let us know, what you guys are thankful for in the comments. Let's see what everyone is thankful for. We got Twitter kind of going. We have YouTube. We got Facebook. The entire social media platform, essentially. We got so much going on. But Colton, what are you buying for Thanksgiving? Just Thanksgiving Day. I think we could pull off another one too.
I guess being with family.
Are you with the neighbors this time?
It's not the football. I can tell you that. The football is awful. So that'll probably be my sell. But my buy is definitely seeing all my family and friends. Start that off tonight. Have some fun with the friends tonight. But yeah, that's what I'm buying, Will. Family and friends. That's kind of what I'm in for on Thanksgiving, because the food is another one. See, I already got my.
I got a couple of buys. Okay.
All right, what are you buying, Will?
One, I get to work the Detroit and Bears game tomorrow, so for my first Thanksgiving with NFL media, I'm pretty excited for that. So
yikes! See, I'm sorry for.
Listen, I handpicked that. I handpicked that game before week one. Before week one, you have to give me a little bit of slack here. I did it before week one. I wasn't thinking of all that. As someone's thankful for you.
Ryan Riccio, what is up, buddy? Appreciate you
spelling your name wrong. I love that.
No, it's like my neighbor, so he's definitely messing around. He definitely is. He's being a turkey. How about that, Ryan? But I appreciate you, dude. I'd post your comment up, like I said before, to Joe.
Hopefully, it gets fixed soon. So yeah, we'll figure that out.
Working on some stuff, but I'll definitely read it off. Appreciate you, buddy. Right back at you.
But getting to work with NFL media, this is going to be very exciting to be, doing a large game. I get to also do the Christmas game for the Colts and the Cardinals. So that's, something to look forward to. I'm thankful for the opportunity I was given by my bosses. And it's officially been 3 months since I've been hired by them. So I'm super thankful. I'm super buying in, just taking it all in. I'm super thankful for that. And also another thing I'll buy into, deep fried turkey, elite status turkey. If you've not had it, just be careful how you cook it. Don't let it go exploding like you see on those videos all over the place. But those are like some of the things I'm buying in for. And let's go for a sell. What are you selling off of for?
Well, I'm selling off on the food. Yeah, I see. No. Shout out to Allison there. She's proud of you and thankful for you, Will. How about that?
Look at that.
We like that. We like that around here. We like that.
Wow, you're not thankful for Colton? I can't believe you would not be thankful for this handsome devil next to me.
It's all right. It's all right, Allison. It's all right.
You'll remember that. Don't worry.
Feelings may be hurt, but
don't worry.
Right.
Don't worry. Next time we go out, she'll laugh at you again for the pepper shaker again.
Oh, what did I do with that one?
Nah, we went out to that one restaurant, and then the guy's like, "You want fresh pepper?" And Allison just starts laughing hysterically. She thought she was just making fun of you.
See, now I forget what I did. Huh, that's interesting. Oh, thanks. A little late. But for me, I'm definitely selling off on the food. I'm not a Thanksgiving food person. I'm not a big turkey person. I know call people turkeys. I'm not a big Ryan, we'll get into your fantasy.
We'll go into a little bit of fantasy questions.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. My sell is definitely Thanksgiving food. I'm not a big turkey person. Just I'm not a big Thanksgiving food person. I'm just turkey's bland. It just nah. But you know what's weird? I do have a turkey sandwich. If you're ever hey, what kind of cold cut you want? It's always turkey. But I'm just not a big Thanksgiving turkey person. I'm really not. I could pass on the food.
Selling. I don't want to sell off on the football because, football's football, and that's just like a tradition at this rate. But, having to see the Lions lose every time, then you get to go watch Dallas beat Dallas. And then whatever random Sunday night game they could just put together. Those are all fun. But selling, I don't want to match you with the food, but I kind of want to. I'm not huge on regular oven baked turkey. I don't know. I'm a fan of the stuffing, the mashed potatoes. I'm a fan of all that stuff. That's good. But listen, you can't beat a good veggie platter or the charcuterie board that they have with the assorted cheeses and meat.
Assorted cheeses. See, nah, it doesn't do it for me. No thanks.
And let's go for a hold. What are you holding off on? And
I'm gonna
maybe there might be something that just just attracts you tomorrow.
I'm gonna have to hold on the football. The games stink. I'm tired of tradition. Um, I don't need to see the Bears and the Lions. Like that tradition can end. Give me some good football on Thanksgiving. Like that's time to put your young players on TV. That's your time to put, your first like that should be like game like top 2 quarterbacks. I know that sounds stupid because the schedule's already set down the road, but like that should be your young guys. This should be the young talented players in prime time because everyone's around doing nothing and hanging out with their family on Thanksgiving. So put that game on. I'm tired of seeing the freaking Lions and the Bears. They're garbage disposals. I'm tired of it. Dallas, like it was kind of the same thing with Dallas. They were kind of bad. Now Dallas is good, so it's like, all right, cool. But holding on to football because it's absolute dumpster fire tomorrow. I remember what was it? Oh no, it was Christmas. Steelers Ravens. Steelers were supposed to play the Ravens last year on Thanksgiving, and COVID. Yeah, thank you. But I'm holding on the football because like it's football. I can't sell it, but like the games are just really like sus. Like I feel bad for you. Like Chicago, Detroit is like, hold on, let me pull.
I'm pretty excited because I get to show off my headline capabilities.
Let me pull these eyeballs out of my socket and just like sit here in silence listening to this garbage. But Will, what are you holding?
You know what? I'm gonna probably end up holding the game as well because I have to listen to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
How about that? Look at you. Huh?
So I get to, actually have a primetime, like number one commentary cast I get to listen to. So that's exciting, but I'll hold off on them. I'll see how good the game really is. Maybe Andy Dalton could surprise some people, or they may just start Nick Foles. Who knows? Maybe the Andy Dalton starting is a smokescreen. And let's go into like our regular Sunday buy, selling, and holding because why not? This is our show. We can do what we want. So for Sunday's buy, selling, and holding, what are you trying to buy into? Well, Sunday and Monday's game, or even from this past week's, what do you want to buy into?
I'm going to buy into the Steelers offense. It looked great. It looked very, very good. Put up, 37 points? What the heck did they put up?
37?
Yeah, they almost had 30 points in the fourth quarter itself. I'm buying the Steelers offense. Hopefully it continues. That's why I'm buying it now, and I'm hopefully not selling it off again next week. I got about the Steelers offense. They looked great. Just the injuries caught up to him the last 45 seconds. It was very unfortunate. But I got about the Steelers offense. Credit where credit's due. Ben's definitely turned the ship around. And a guy who didn't practice just showed up like old backdoor freestyle game, just slid in. All right, no practice. Let's go, boys. Sling it. 5 straight games without a turnover. Shout out to Big Ben and the great Hall of Famer. So what are you buying, Will?
I'll stay in that same game. I'm going to buy Justin Herbert. He had a fantastic game. Okay. What, 93 rushing yards, nearly 400 passing yards?
Before you get into it, you sound like Collinsworth. Stop it. What do you think you're supposed to do?
No. Here's Collinsworth. Okay. No. Collinsworth is this. You see, I like both teams here. They seem pretty good. Like Justin Herbert, man, he's a surefire Hall of Famer. He's only his second year.
Expecting from the Chargers, like I expected the Chargers to go up and down the field, which they were, as they should have been. They're with the Steelers without their top players defensively. They're without their best corner. They're without their starting All-Pro freaking safety, and they're without a top 3 defensive edge rusher. What do you think was going to happen? They were going to go up and down the field. So the fact that the Steelers almost won the game, and they should have, if they had their left guard, they would have won the game. Stop it. You can't buy Herbert after that because that's what he should have did. But he did show his legs, which he really had.
Listen, that like saved my fantasy week so much. I was expecting maybe like 29, 30 fantasy points. Okay, I was expecting a good week, but like 41 in the leagues I play in. Golly, just forget about it. I'll also buy in.
Look at you.
I do too many episodes with you. But another thing I want to buy into too is Elijah Moore. The man had a great week. I'm not sure if he's rookie of the week. I'm not sure if those awards have been announced yet, but I know they've already announced the AFC and NFC players of the week. Elijah Moore, career day, 8 receptions, 141 and a tutty. So you can't beat that. You really can't. Let's go into the sell too. Who are you selling off of for?
Yeah, I'm selling off the Mayfields. Yeah, what a bad week for them, huh? Baker's wife comes out and says the players need to be tougher. Okay, sweetheart, that's definitely what you need to be saying when your husband hasn't played up to the standards that he should be in a contract year. Yeah. You have all those commercials, though. Good luck with that. Yeah, I'm selling off the Mayfields. Browns are in big trouble. And especially Baker Mayfield in a contract season. So good luck with that. I hope they pay him. So please, 5-year deal. Give the man his money, Cleveland. Give it to him. But yeah, I'm selling off on the Mayfields. What a bad look this week.
I'm going to officially sell off on the Seahawks, man. Colt McCoy, back-to-back seasons with a win in Seattle. Just, the Seahawks are done. They're not a playoff team this year. At this point, the Jets have to pray that they could get that top pick from them. I mean, they do have their first-round pick. It's the last year of the Jamal Adams trade, but they got to just pray that Seattle could just keep on losing, and it's going to probably be a very close game. They might squeak it out Monday night against the Seattle Seahawks, but we'll see about that. But Russ isn't cooking anymore.
No,
the Russ is cooking is dead. I think it might be the last couple games we're going to see Russ and Pete Carroll on the same team. I think this might be the
right. Isn't that crazy though?
I think this might be the end.
That's what's crazy. You might have 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks going out on the market. Not saying necessarily out in the market because Russ is still under contract, but Rodgers and Russ both available. And I get Matt Ryan's going to be a Hall of Famer too at the end of his career at some point, getting in. But yeah, guys that are still capable of playing. And that's not a shot at Matt Ryan because it's a disaster there in Atlanta. His weapons around him and everything. But the fact that Russ and Aaron might be on the market is absolutely insane. Still playing pretty solid football.
I still see stuff with him going to Philly or him going to Chicago. I think it might just be an absolute wild card of where he's going to go.
Yeah, I don't know where. It's kind of who's going to trade the most to get him. I don't think Chicago because I think Justin Fields has played a lot better.
And I don't think Philly does because I really think Jalen Hurts is the guy for.
I don't know if Philly trusts that he's the guy though. That's the thing. If Jalen keeps playing this well down the stretch, then I think he might cement himself. But if he botches some games away, the Phillies will go, see, we're a quarterback away, and then they'll go sell the house to go get someone. Deshaun Watson, see what happens with him in the offseason. But yeah, it's kind of interesting.
And let's go for the hold. What are you holding off on?
Colts. I bought them. Kind of sold them. I'm holding on the Colts, but I'm buying a ton of Jonathan Taylor stock. Holy gosh. Well, I actually survived Jonathan Taylor. Imagine that. Imagine playing him in fantasy and surviving that. There's no way you could, but I'm
did. So thankful in 2 leagues. I managed to avoid him and Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
Imagine if you're able to obtain Jonathan Taylor and Austin Eckler in the same league.
I thankfully had Justin Jefferson to bail me out of that mess. But yeah, I'm going to hold on the Colts, see how much they continue to do this whole thing with Jonathan Taylor, and I'm buying Jonathan Taylor. So yeah, what are you holding, Will?
Hold off on the Dolphins. A couple of weeks ago, I was listening to Ryan's show. You could listen to his show, usually Tuesdays at about 6 Eastern over on the U Stadium platforms. And someone dropped a thing saying the Dolphins could win out. And this is when they had 2 wins, 1 or 2 wins. And this a couple weeks ago. So they've already pulled up a 3-game winning streak, and they could somehow make the playoffs. How crazy the AFC has been. It's not absolutely out of the realm that the Dolphins could make the playoffs. Tua's been playing some good football. So we got a hello here from the pregame. Hello.
Oh, hello. Right back at you. Yeah, it's not crazy because I said the same
Tua
thing.
played some of his best football. I was not expecting him to uncork a 65-yard pass. That blew my mind. I didn't think he had the arm strength in him to do it. It looked like he dislocated his shoulder throwing it, but it looked like he was hurt after. That's how bad. Those are the angles I was seeing. I was like, oh my god, he must have dislocated his shoulder just chucking that thing. But I'm gonna hold on the Dolphins for the moment. I want to see what they can do.
I can't say I disagree. I was talking to my girlfriend's family. They're all Dolphins fans. Last week or whatever. I'm like, not gonna lie to you, the Dolphins aren't at us. They're like, absolutely. I'm like, look at their schedule.
They still got to play the Patriots again. They still got to play the Jets again. They've already played 4 AFC East matchups.
And I'm like, look at your schedule. It's there's a lot of winnable games on there. Do they pull it off? I don't think so. But I'm like,
If the defense could keep, if they could keep on with that defense, if the defense could hold up, I really think they can.
Yeah, but the problem is Joe Flacco and them put up some points on them. That's where it's like,
No, it's only 14 points. Not that bad. I mean, Michael Carter going out. The defense was pretty unstoppable. I mean, they did show a lot of
the Jets, dude. Like, it shouldn't be that close.
Listen, the Jets are also the Jets are the first team in NFL history to have 4 separate quarterbacks throw for 290 plus yards and 2 TDs in a game in a season. 4 of them.
Call them the meme team.
And also they lead in offensive yardage since week 8, like 407 yards they lead offensively since week 8. It's such a Jets thing to do. They're like top 10 in offensive yards all like for the entire season. It's so dumb. I hate it. I honestly hate it so much.
Told you, they're the meme team, dude. Jets are the definition of the meme team.
Let's go into some thankful moments. I mean, we kind of said what we were thankful for earlier, but what are we thankful for? Drop the comments if you're thankful for anything, any and anything. Colin, what are you thankful for?
Like I said before, thankful for my family, friends, in sports, dude. That's what makes the world go round for me, and it's kind of what it is, man. It's not gonna beat a dead horse here, but yeah, it's sports. Sports are my life. That's why I'm enjoying what I'm doing, talking sports. Yeah, and my family and friends, of course. I can't be the person I am without those people in my life. So.
I'm thankful for you, Colton. You said it earlier. I kind of just shook it off. I was like, you know what? Let's wait till we get to the segment so I could say I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for, friends and family. Just, same thing. Like, I wouldn't be in this spot without them. Just, all the support and all that stuff. Just, honestly, just beyond thankful for them. Thankful for, good health, sports, at least the Flyers are good. I can look forward to something, even though they got shut out 4-0 against the Lightning last night.
See, thoughts while you're talking hockey. Devils third jersey.
Dumbest uniforms of all time. I don't want to ever talk about them. They should be like the East Coast Hockey League, the ECHL, whatever.
Really, you hate them that badly?
They look so bad. Come on, they're just. Really? If you look up the Chicago Blackhawks black jerseys and don't tell me they look alike. Tell me they do not look alike.
I was actually thinking about getting one, so
they look so dumb.
Really,
but,
I don't mind them. I'm
thankful for the Devils sucking as well. I'm so thankful for that.
The Devils haven't sucked though, to be fair, and they're getting
suck.
Jack
I hate the Devils,
and they're getting Jack Hughes back relatively soon. So there's that going for us. But seriously, that hurts. See, I was gonna pull that out. See, I'm gonna have to wear it on an episode now for you if I do pull through and get it.
Hold on, I need to pull this up. Can I just open the image in a new tab? Is that a thing here? Okay, this looks so terrible. This looks so bad. I'm trying to just
see, I didn't think you would hate it that much.
No, it just looks exactly like what they're trying to pawn off on here. Hold on. Let's see. I'm just going to share it like this. It's going to look bad, but listen. Oh, I have to make sure I get it on here. They are identical, near identical to what these jerseys are. You cannot tell me they don't. You can't tell me they don't.
I like those jerseys. I don't know what the issue is.
Listen, one sock,
they're
two
nice.
sock, pants, they just they just has jersey written over it. Okay, I'm gonna write helmet on helmet. I'm gonna write sock and sock on both sides.
You know what?
Pants.
I'm glad the Devils social media team though did understand that and write a meme. It was hat. So at least they're having fun with it. I think if they just put Devils on it, I would have liked it more. Other than jersey, I didn't understand who said, "Hey, we're Jersey." Just in case anyone forgot, we're the New Jersey team. Let's put Jersey on there. I wonder if Phil Murphy was in there. Hey, New Jersey. If you can put Jersey on it, so everyone knows New Jersey. Yeah, Jersey. I don't know if that was it, but I actually don't mind them, to be honest with you. I was actually thinking about getting one because I'm I can't keep wearing Taylor Hall around. It's kind of frustrating to have to wear that jersey around Taylor Hall. Yeah. So now that I know you hate them, that's unfortunate. But yeah, you already said
I'm a Flyers fan. You said you don't want to go to Philly, but I have to go to stupid Newark Prudential Center to go watch a hockey game with you.
Hey, man.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But let's go with the top games and players of the week. What are some of your choices for top games and or players?
Top game for me is clearly Steelers Chargers. That game was absolutely insane. That's kind of where I'm going with this one. The game was nuts. And top performers is clearly Jonathan Taylor. I'm going to leave you the other low hanging fruit on this one, but yeah, Jonathan Taylor was an absolute monster. Ran all over the Bills. The Bills just didn't want to tackle him. That was kind of the issue. Also, the Bills were like, I'm not interested in tackling him today, so we'll pass on that. But yeah, I'm buying Jonathan Taylor, and that game was amazing. Steelers Chargers sucks. The Steelers lost the way they did at the end there because they probably would have went down and won it, but great game nonetheless. Herbert made some throws, and there's nothing you could there's nothing you can say about it. It was just a great game all the way around.
One of the best games of literally the entire day. I'm not going to take, well, I'm going to take the low hanging fruit, but the Vikings and the Packers. What a game. What a finish, too. Okay. Listen, if you don't get hyped by the Vikings touchdown song, which is just "Let's Go Crazy" by Prince, okay, I listen to that on repeat when the Vikings win, and I just start, dancing like Justin Jefferson because like it just gets you so hyped. Just put it on full blast, listen to it. Justin Jefferson had a game. Aaron Rodgers with the broken toe and all, he still had a fantastic game. And then you cannot forget Marquez Valdes-Scantling ties the game up with 2 minutes. They left too much time for Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins became a bad man that game. Very, very bad.
Well, people said he only has like one a season. He'll have a few, and it was like, oh, is this a prime time game? No, okay, cool. We'll take the Vikings, and Vikings won. It's like people knew that was going to happen.
But still, some of like the best ones too. If you listen to our Sunday show, I kind of called out Brandon Ayuk was bound to have a game, and he did have one of his better games of the year against the Jaguars, while Deebo Samuel just ended up rushing the ball a bunch of times, which made zero sense to me.
Yeah,
Ayuk was one of my
people don't want to
players
tackle him. People don't want to tackle Deebo Samuel, and the thing is, it's like Ayuk too. It's kind of weird. They're very similar, like receivers. That's what's really weird. Like they're guys that are really athletic freaks, and you don't want to tackle them. It's kind of it. You're going to get put on a poster with either one of them, and we've seen Ayuk hurdle some people. So, and Debo just runs over people. It's very interesting. They're very it's like really stupid because you usually have guys like, kind of like a lightning, like a burner, and a guy that's like a really good route runner. No. These guys are very similar players, and it's kind of weird that it works.
Let's go into our Week 12 predictions. I cannot believe it's already Week 12. Colton, do your thing. There it is. 100 on the year for me. Colton is 3 behind with 97. A little bamboozlement with the Dallas game, just losing both receivers. Amari Cooper lost on Friday, and then CeeDee Lamb was also lost mid-game due to a concussion. Well, let's get into this. So Thursday, 3 games. Chicago at Detroit, the 12:30 launch off for football for the day. Who are you taking?
I'm going to take the Bears.
Do you not want to pick it? Want me to just give you a hyphen on it?
I don't want to pick it. Like, can we just erase this? Like, where's the magic eraser? Scribble. All right, this game's out of here. I'm going to have to take Chicago. I don't want to take Chicago. Like, I want to take the Lions, but I just keep getting burned on the Lions. So it's like, I don't want to take. What are you taking? You know what? This might be.
I'm taking Detroit because if Matt Nagy, I am praying to just God, Jesus, whoever I need to pray to, that Matt Nagy gets fired after this game, and I will throw a parade when he does. I am so sick and tired of that idiot.
See, so we shouldn't allow. See, I'm going to talk to your bosses, so you can't do this game. You have a clear bias in this game, and the headline's going to be, "Finally, Matt Nagy's fired. Yes, it's about time." You're going to be just like, "Well, why is there like huge indents on the fire?
Why is there gibberish all over the place?
Holy crap! What is this nonsense? Oh, sorry, I just wanted him fired. What'd you say? Nothing. Yeah, so I'm going to go Chicago because I want to grab a game on you, hopefully, and I'm going to go the opposite because I didn't like either of these teams. So I'm just going to go the opposite of you and hope for the best.
Let's see. Las Vegas at Dallas. This is a kind of intriguing game. Both teams, I want to say both teams are evenly matched right now, especially with Dallas going to be down 2 of their best receivers.
Yeah, this is where I want to take the Raiders. What are you taking?
I'm taking Dallas.
I'm going to take the Raiders. I'm just going to go opposite. Yeah, this could either really backfire and really put myself in a hole, or I'm going to go really up top and yo, right on your noggin, I'm back, baby. But yeah, I don't love either of these teams. Like Dallas looked really lost against, again, a bad Kansas City defense. I don't know what to tell people. Like their defense isn't good. They are getting better though.
Amari Cooper is a big part of that offense.
Yeah, and CeeDee Lamb getting knocked out was also huge. But Michael Gallup really didn't have the game I was expecting him to have. He wasn't awful, but I was telling people, put him in your fantasy lineup, so he's gonna be good, and he wasn't. But now that he's like the number one guy this
Bad
week,
fantasy advice from Colton.
See, but then the thing is, Casey Hayward's going to be on this weekend. And Casey Hayward's been one of the better corners in football, to be honest with you. Very underrated how good Casey Hayward's been this year for the Raiders. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Raiders. Yeah, I'm going to leave that as that.
Let's see. Thursday night, Buffalo at New Orleans.
Yeah, Buffalo.
The smart choice. Alvin Kamara out. Ryan Ramsdale, I believe, is out too. And Mark Ingram is questionable, but he could be out. It might be leaning towards that last time I saw. And let's get into the rest of the game. Sunday, Philadelphia at New York.
Yeah, I'm going to take Philly. There's no way I could take the Giants.
No, not Freddie Kitchens.
I do like Kitchens being involved, though, because Kitchens was a good OC when he was in Cleveland. And just Cleveland listened to Baker, which was a mistake. He should have stayed an OC, not a head coach. And, yeah, how that worked out. So I don't think Kitchens is a bad idea, but it's just like you're going to learn a whole new offense? No, that's not how it works. It's just add your few new wrinkles. So, yeah, I'm going to take Philly.
I'm going to match you with Philly on that one.
So, Mike, do not yell at me, dude. I know you're always like, dude, you're picking against the Eagles. I picked them last week. I'm picking them again. See, I'm going to start getting on the Eagle wagon, all right? Don't yell at me, dude. Sorry. See, my guy Garrett is hopped in. Garrett, wrong time, dude. Just picked against your Giants. Don't get mad. But, yeah, I just saw you hopped in, so I had to say that. But shout out to Garrett. Gary's doing some good things. Guy I met at Rowan. Some good things going his way. So shout out to him. But yeah, I'm going the Eagles. Like, there's no reason I could take the Giants. It's kind of like Detroit. Like, yikes, can't take them. This would have been the week though. I do take Detroit, and you go back. This is why I'm 3 games behind you. I've taken Detroit way too many times. It was fun taking them a few times, and it's cost me. It's burnt me. So yeah, I'm done taking Detroit. I'm over that.
I'm going to match you with Philly on that one. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati.
Must win for the Steelers. They get it done. They're getting Minka back, TJ back, Joe Hayden back, Loudermilk back. Yeah, I'm going to ride with the Steelers. I think the Bengals were kind of exposed by the Jets on some things. And as long as the Steelers don't get burned deep by Jamar Chase, I think the Steelers get it done. And a must win for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Riding with the Steelers.
I would have never thought this would be probably the game of the 1 o'clock hours. Tampa Bay at Indianapolis.
So who are you taking?
I'm taking Tampa Bay. You can't go against Tom.
No. Steelers, Bengals.
Oh, Steelers? I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Okay. All right. I didn't think you were going to take the Steelers. I didn't think those.
No. Listen, I know Cincinnati was going to win last week. I think they're going to be, in the shot for like the 6th or 7th seed going forward.
Yeah, I think that's a must-win for the Steelers, and the Steelers got their offense hopefully clicking, knock on wood. Hopefully they figured out that Chase Claypool's not just a down-the-field guy. Get him on crossing routes, he's going to be spoopy. Get him the ball. So would you Tampa and the Colts?
Tampa Bay at Indianapolis.
I'm going to take
Antonio Brown might play. They said he might be trending towards playing this week.
I'm going to take Tampa Bay. I think if they had a really bad rush defense, I would definitely take the Colts. Tampa Bay is pretty much all in on the run defense. I think Tampa gets it done. It's a really questionable defense from the Colts. I think Tampa Bay kind of starts to get in a groove once they're getting their pieces back, including Rob Gronkowski, who had a very good game Monday night.
Oh, let's see. Carolina at Miami.
I'm taking Cam. This is an interesting one, though. This is definitely a game that makes me think because Miami could easily win this one. But
I still like Carolina's defense. Carolina's defense is just it's good.
See, Carolina's defense was questionable though because they got picked apart by Taylor Heineke for crying out loud.
Heineke revenge game.
Yeah, I picked up what's it called though. I did pick up Carolina. I'm like, oh, I like the matchups going forward here, but and now it's like, oh my gosh, now I'm questioning because they got picked apart by Taylor Heineke for crying out loud. But I'm gonna rock with Carolina just because I'm all in on Cam and CMC being back together. The band's back together. I'm gonna ride with the Panthers.
Excuse me. I am going to pick Carolina as well. It's been a long day for me so far. I messed up game of the week. Tennessee at New England is the actual game of the week.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with the Patriots. That's kind of where I'm riding. The Steelers were the overrated team last year with a really good record. And it sounds stupid because the Titans shouldn't be overrated because they have really good wins. But it's the Titans, dude. Like I don't love the Titans, so I'm
Good
taking
win
the
sandwiched between a Jets loss and a Texan loss.
Yeah, imagine that. Like the Jets, like your losses are awful teams. Like that would make zero sense. That's why I'm not taking them this week. So yeah, you can give me.
I think this game goes down to the wire. This is the game I'm going to take this week that goes down to the wire. I'm going to take the Patriots, but I think Tennessee will give Bill a run for his money. I think Mike Vrabel has Belichick's number. I really
If
think
they
he
had
does.
Derrick Henry, I would definitely feel a lot more comfortable. I think they're definitely missing Henry, and then they just cut. Adrian
AP.
Peterson. So I'm very confused what they're doing. I mean, I hope this is like a whole Devontae Foreman thing kind of deal. Like, all right, this is gonna be our guy. And I hope that's the case, but I don't think it's gonna be the case. I don't know what the Titans are doing, to be honest with you. AP had the most touches last week, so it's like, why do you cut the guy that had the most touches? So it's very head scratching. I'm gonna ride with the hottest team in football right now in the Patriots.
Oh man, Atlanta at Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Atlanta.
I'll fill you in for Atlanta because, well, I don't think you would take Jacksonville at all. The dumpster fire, the Jets at the Texans.
Oh God.
I'll tell you who I'm taking Houston because I'm pretty
so
sure that will secure all 32 teams I picked for the year. I think this is the last one team I need to pick. And I should have taken the Texans. I knew it was a trap game for Tennessee. I'm like, oh, this is such a game that the Titans would end up losing. And I'm just in my head, but I'm like, I'm not gonna sound like an idiot. I'm just gonna, do it.
Nah,
I called it out for an upset on Sunday, and it
wow, look at you. Go you, huh?
bit me in the ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Texans as well.
Let's see. The Chargers at Denver.
Yeah, you can give me the Chargers, even though I feel like this is like a game where the Chargers lose.
Trap game.
It's not really a trap game because Denver.
I'm taking the Chargers, but this is like.
Oh, you don't take Denver.
I don't take Denver. I refuse to ever take Denver. Okay. I will never take Denver, even if they're the only team left. I will never take Denver. Nope. Okay. Game of the 4:00 hour. The Rams at the Green Bay Packers. A nice cold game in Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra. I'm taking Green Bay on this one.
This is interesting. See, this one's like you can hit me with a rain check on, ask me later, because it might change. I guess I'll ride with the Packers. I'm gonna ride safe on this one. I'm gonna match it with Green Bay just so I don't get screwed with a loss. So this is one I'd rather not take a guess on. So I'm gonna match you with Green Bay. Especially coming off a loss, I think they come out and try to sling it. Oh my god. I'm gonna take Green Bay. I don't like it though. No, I'm going Rams. I'm gonna, you know what? Speak confidence.
Cooper Kupp.
Frankie out here on YouTube. Yeah, these are legit records. My man Will keeps very good track of these. And he's beating me right now.
I am beating him.
Not where I want to be, but we
got Marcus in here for the Packers.
Yeah.
Go Pack, go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go.
Yeah. Here, I want to wager this. Okay, if the Packers win, I'll buy an authentic cheese head so I can wear it every time I pick the Packers.
Oh, see, you're like Lee Kerr, so where am I going? Cheese head. So I love that. So I hope you win this one and I lose this game. So I'm gonna go to Rams.
Minnesota at San Francisco.
San Fran's kind of got it clicking. They're starting to play some good football. I'm going to ride with the Niners, dude. I think this might be a little weird for Minnesota. Coming off a huge win for starters and everything that just happened today with Everson Griffin. And it's just a really weird thing. Even though I said this about the Raiders when they fired Gruden and the Henry Ruggs situation, and they went on to win somehow those games. So I'm going to pick against Minnesota here.
I'm taking Minnesota.
See?
I will take Minnesota. I don't care. I'm going to take Minnesota.
Come on, Colton. Coming on hard. Let's go.
Listen, tell me a hotter team than Minnesota. They've been in eight of the 10 games that Minnesota, 8 of the 10 games Minnesota played. It came down to the last play. I think that's an NFL record. I think NFL research has to look at that. I'm gonna have to contact someone for my job to find this because I think that's a legit record. The last play.
Pats.
No, shut up. Sunday Night Football, Cleveland at Baltimore.
Yeah, you can give me the Ravens. Baker is popped up again on the injury list with a groin, I think this time.
What it does
Kareem
not
Hunt.
hurt on this man.
That's, to be fair, I do love that he's playing through all this crap, but it's just like better off, like, you might want to sit because you're not playing good football. I mean, that's why I was like, cool. I'd rather play Baker
I just dropped
Mayfield
him
than-
fantasy.
Yeah, he should have been dropped a long
I
time
picked
ago.
up Tua. Dropped Baker.
See, Mark is back in here again. Baltimore. Yeah, I can't disagree. I feel like this is like easy money here. I got to take Baltimore.
A game I am going to. I don't get to go to many football games, but I'll be down in Landover for Seattle at Washington.
Really? You're going to the game?
I'm sitting 2 rows from the field in the end zone. I'm gonna make sure I look like the stooge that gets on TV. So I'm pretty excited.
Gosh. Are you bringing Mr. Cutout behind you? It's all Washington.
I should bring out Mr. Cardboard Cutout behind me.
You
I should.
should.
It's a
That's where he
Washington.
started.
It's a Dan Snyder
I
product.
know it is. It's where you he made his first appearance. Appreciate you, Marcus.
Thank
Appreciate
you, Marcus, sharing all this stuff. Appreciate the love and the support.
Appreciate it, Marcus. Yeah, I'm gonna ride. Oh God, I'm gonna ride with Seattle. Pass defense is not good for Washington. Let Russ cook. Hopefully, he finally pays off. Got him in fantasy. It's kind of getting really questionable now. Did he come back a little early? Let Russ cook. Marcus is all in on Taylor Heineke, man.
I'm taking Washington. I am taking Washington. I
Well,
want the
Marcus
Jets to
agrees with
secure
you.
that top 10 pick. I just listen, it's gonna be cold down there. It's gonna be like in the 30s. This is one of the coldest games I've been to. No, that's a lie. I've been to Jets Packers. That was a pretty cold game a couple years back. I need to count how many picks we're like different on. Let's see. 1, 2,
There's a few.
3. There's a lot.
I know.
There's 6 different games.
Let's
switched
go.
on.
Take the lead this week. Let's go.
Unless we do our
Comeback season is
traditional
real.
split, we just go 3 and 3.
Oh God, I would really hate that. I'd rather lose. I'd literally rather lose than split. I'm not interested in the split. That's what's gonna happen. If I gain a game, though, let's go.
That's what I
Comeback
learned
is
at Wall
real.
Street. You got to encourage the split. It may take a while for stuff to recover, but you got to encourage the split. And that, well, do you guys think the Cowboys win on Thanksgiving? I think they do. Colton's taking Vegas because he wants to be different from me and try to up me on the picks.
Yeah, I got differently. I think the Raiders kind of need to win, and the injuries for Dallas and the receiving core, and Zeke's banged up too. Hurt his ankle the other day. So I do like the Tony Pollard over, though. I have that in the same game parlay. Do love that. I know you cannot look at those numbers there, Mr.
I'm not
NFL
look
guy.
at any numbers.
You can't look at player props. Like you're not even.
I can't log into a sports book. I'm not allowed to.
It's not really logging in. You can't just like click on the DraftKings app and like look at.
I'm not allowed to. It's traced.
Yeah, but you're not logged in. Like I can go on here right now without
My
being
phone's
logged in.
tapped. Okay, I'm just joking with you.
Pretty
I think I
much,
could,
it's
but
fine.
like, I think I could, but like, I don't know. I tried.
Yeah, his over under was like 34. I thought I hammered that. I'm like, whammy, 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 whammy. Yeah, that's kind of where I was at. But yeah, I do think the Raiders win, even though I want them to lose. Like if I lose that game, I'm totally happy with it because I want the AFC teams to lose. Clearly, like I'm hoping for a Christmas miracle with the Saints and what's it called as well. Clearly, Dallas. So hopefully I'm wrong, but I just think the Raiders win. I thought Dallas's offense looked in shambles against Kansas City, and the Raiders' defense isn't awful. So yeah, that's why I'm rocking with the Raiders.
And I think that rounds out our show. Nice little hour show. Finally get back up to the hour threshold. Been a couple weeks since we reached that. Always a couple minutes short. But you could always follow us on all the fantastic platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Instagram, you can always find the up-to-the-minute news. Colton wakes up and he'll see 10 posts from me at 3 a.m. for just some obscure reason. And he's just like, what is he doing? I just don't sleep. I really don't.
Yeah, you definitely are a psycho. I'm like, holy crap, what is this kid doing?
I wake up at 5. Up, there's news. Report it. You can follow us, the Play Action Podcast, over on Instagram. Find us on Facebook, where you'll see the actual stuff that we post from Instagram, Play Action Podcast, and follow us on Twitter too. We're trying to get that a little more active. Colton's been here and there with that stuff, so follow us, Play Action Pod 1, over on Twitter. So we got one final comment here before the show goes. You know what? You too, Marcus. We love the support. You have a fantastic Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. Right back at you, Marcus. Check us out live next Wednesday as well. And a happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well, Marcus.
I'm Will. That's Colton, and this is the Play Extra Podcast. Tune in every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, and always check out all the shows on the U Stadium platform. Find them, U Stadium, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. They post so much stuff all over the place, even Instagram. Just look up U Stadium. They got the app. Talk football, talk some smack, wherever you want to go. Look it up. It's always a blast. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Tune in next week. Thank you very much.